After the day of the dinner, Adage began to brood. Oh, good. He confined himself to the house and took no patients, much less went out to see them. I mean, he does have some digesting to do, so it's understandable. I thought it appropriate when it lasted for a day or two, but it's been a week already. He never stepped outside the house. Either he was eating or he was reading. I was beginning to worry. There is no food left here. We need to get supplies. Adage, can I talk to you?
Yes.
We're out of supplies. Shall we go buy some? I thought it would be a good change of pace for him.
I'll stay. Go alone.
Adage threw me a little pouch with coins and retreated again. Sir? I see. I'm worried for him, but there's nothing I can do. He was a shadow of his former self. I felt reminded of how I had been early in my time in the depths. The heights had exiled me. I had lost Rylith and Merlot. I had felt like everything had run through my fingers and disappeared. My powerlessness had frustrated me and filled me with grief. Back then, Adage saved me and helped me remember who I am. I need to return the favor somehow. I have to do this. At the very least, I need to be positive around him. I took a deep breath and threw him a bright, "See you later!" Then I left the house. You got this, girl. Don't get kidnapped. Outside, it was bright, and I squinted. The weather is good today. The atmosphere inside the house had become heavy and stifling. I want him to smile again. I thought about it more as I walked towards the sanctuary district. Although if our girl gets kidnapped, might be the impetus for him to leave his house. The marketplace was bustling. Nobody here gave any thought to our troubles. I pushed my way through the crowd to buy supplies. Many knew me as the doctor's wife, and they asked me about him. Hey, how's your husband? Excuse me? Adage. Adage. I heard he doesn't leave the house. Oh, yes, that's right. Hey, that won't do. Plenty of people here need him. He's got to check on some of his patients. Some of us are having to pay a lot of supplies to the house for the medicine. It's horrible. Oh, I just had the awful reminder that couple's due for their baby to be born, and he told them he would be there. Adage! That's bad. So what's wrong with him? Is he feeling bad? I don't know. He rarely leaves the bedroom and doesn't talk much. Really? What the hell's he doing? Well, you know what he's like. Maybe he's just trying to insult you. Did you guys get married one day for some really dumb reason? If so, just get a divorce and look for a new man. A divorce? Yeah, split up and leave him. Plenty of single parents here in the sanctuary district. You've got no kids, right? Makes it easier. You can still find a good husband. Okay. Finally, I was able to buy the goods I wanted from her, nodded, and left. Single parents. Rylith was the same, wasn't she? A divorce. That meant leaving Adage and living alone. I can't do that. I need to make sure he recovers from this. But yes, a lot of people need him to work. I had to tell Adage that. Including a couple who's expecting a baby. Also, I love our pure girl, who's just like, I can't divorce my husband. I know we're not actually married, but I can't divorce him either. I had to go to several different shops, and time passed so quickly. Adage is probably hungry. I put my hand on the doorknob, but my eyes drifted to the vegetable garden. Oh, the tomatoes. I had forgotten about them. Half of them were brown and wilted. I'm sorry. I forgot about you. I put the bag down in front of the door, crouched low, and began removing the leaves and the tomatoes on the ground. A lizard emerged from the plants. You're doing that on purpose, aren't you? I was afraid, but it wasn't as bad as it used to be. I didn't scream. You won't bite, and you can't fly. Adage said that. The lizard stuck his tongue out and didn't move. Blech. Is it thinking? Can it think? I couldn't tell. Its expression didn't budge. And then... Oh, it left. Feeling a little disappointed, I stood up. Maybe it wanted to know how I'm doing, but probably not. Oh, flowers. They're beautiful. I looked at the flowers and felt a little happier. I picked a few of them. Then, steeling myself, I picked up the bag as well. All right, in I go. Slowly, I opened the door. Honey, I'm home. I'm sorry it took so long, Adage. I listened. Nobody answered me. No response, huh? I'm used to that by now. I sat everything down on the table. I put the flowers into a cup with some water and set it down on the table as well. All right. That looks quite nice. Next, I put the supplies I had bought away. First, I need to sort everything into perishables and non-perishables. I put the things that would last to the back of the cupboard and those that wouldn't in the front. All right. Now I need to make dinner. Not that I'm very good yet, but... Oh, Adage.
You need dinner, right?
Adage, mumbling, opened the cupboard. He took out the food I had put away and lined it up on the table. He holes up in there, but shows up for dinner every time. It was our only time together, save for sleeping. We hadn't even talked yet, but seeing him was reassuring. Lately, he never strikes up a conversation himself, does he? I began to talk about what had happened to break the ice. A lot of people at the market were asking about you. They're worried because they haven't been able to have you look at their health problems. Some of them are beginning to take supplies from the hounds. It's starting to be rough for them.
So,
are you going to see patients again?
no, I don't care.
You have to. The people are suffering. Doctors have to help those that are suffering. Right, Adage?
I don't care. Leave me alone.
I'm not going to. You're my...
You're what?
So this is how it is. Adage stopped working on our dinner and looked at me. His piercing glare made it difficult for me to speak.
I'm your what? Exactly. What am I? Unable to do what I came here for?
He walked up to me and I tried to step back. The wall! My back hit the wall and Adage leaned forward. I was between his arms. My escape was blocked off.
I'm recessive. It'd be best if I just disappeared. You should abandon me. I'm unworthy of you.
Unworthy?
I don't care anymore. I don't know how I'm supposed to live. I'm tired. Today we end this marriage charade.
But... No. I refuse. I can't leave you alone right now. Alright, first couple spat, let's do it.
Leave me alone! I knew it all along. I'm recessive. I'm unwanted. I'm not supposed to live with others. I'll only bring them misfortune.
Unwanted? Don't call yourself unwanted! Dang, girl! I slapped him in a fit of rage. What are you talking about? Is this really about your father? You are who you are, Adage. Maybe Glissade is the reason you came down here, but is that all that matters to you? It's not, right? Are you alive just to be validated by him? You're not. Otherwise, you wouldn't have rescued me. You hired me as your assistant even though I couldn't do anything. Just because I was in trouble. You know how you're supposed to live. You're supposed to save others. Isn't that a worthy life? I'm alive and here because of you, Adage. You saved my life. Don't deny who you are. That you saved me.
No. I can't. I understand what you mean, but it doesn't work that way. My father is too big for me to erase from my mind. I'm entrapped by the past. Shackled to it. I can't cut myself loose. I have to stay in the past. It's all I have. But you have a future. Find your path. You have to leave me. Forget about me and live your own life.
You can't just decide that for me.
I can and I will. That's what I do.
Adage put his hand on my cheek and traced it gently.
There will be someone worthy of you. Someone a lot better than me.
He gave me a tender kiss and drew back. No, don't you do this, sir.
You're fired. Here's your severance. Get lost.
Adage put a pouch on the table and turned around to end the discussion. Do I really have to leave? Was I really unable to heal his wounds? I'm powerless. It's ridiculous. I couldn't stay, it was clear. I had to leave. Okay. I put my hand on his back, hoping he would understand. Thank you for everything, Adage. You did so much for me.
Goodbye, Cyrus.
No, I don't like when Mommy and Daddy fight. You Baka, what are you doing? You're so stuck on your dad and your daddy issues, I swear. You had love in your hands and you gave it up. You treated it like garbage. That's what you are, the king of refuse.
The door closed and silence reigned. Supplies were scattered on the table. They were just sitting there. I had already forgotten what I had been trying to make. I'm not hungry. But I also had no energy to put it all away again. I poured myself water into a cup and drained it. Breathing, movement, everything seemed so much louder. Now I'm alone. I sat down on a chair and looked around. Flowers. When did those get here? There was a cup with 3 flowers on the table. Putting flowers here is so stupid. Flowers wilted quickly if they were pulled out. What was the point of it? She probably had an absurd reason for it. I reached out and touched the flowers. The water rippled inside the cup and I sighed. It wasn't any different before Cyrus came. I was alone the whole day unless a patient came. But now, after the time I had spent with her, being alone felt wrong. Is this what love feels like? It's been so long since I was close to someone. I had never before felt so fulfilled, so happy, so content before. I touched my cheek where she had slapped me. It still stung a little and felt warm. This is her warmth. It's proof of how hard she tried to convince me. I want her to be with me. That's exactly why I had to cast her out. I'm empty inside. All I can do for others is treat them. And I only learned that so I could look for my father. My father made it clear he doesn't want me, so I have no reason for being. I have nothing. I'd only weigh her down. I don't want to make her sad. She can't stay with me. I know all that, but goddamn. I'm still hoping that you're going to come back in through that door, even though it was I who chased you out. I'm an idiot. I know what I want, but I can't move an inch. I'm the biggest idiot here. Cyrus!
Father?
Dr. Adage! Good, you're home! Oh, it's not her.
Oh, not his father, a father. I'm like, now of all times? What?
The door opened and a man stood there with a small girl. I remembered her. I had been treating her for half a year already.
I'm sorry to intrude, but you couldn't visit us lately. Her cough won't stop. Would you please look at her? Look. I don't have much money, but I brought all I have. Please.
All right. I'll examine her.
Oh, thank you very much.
The two came inside and I got to work. Nothing matters to me anymore, but oath of the doctor remains, doesn't it? Is this what I am meant to do?
I mean, you're a damn good doctor. Don't throw it all away just because your dad sucks. And is also a nut job who's trying to Frankenstein his daughter back to life. I went to the main road first, but what now? I had nowhere to go. I have money, but it's not like there are inns here. I don't know anybody who'd let me sleep in their house either.
Oh, it's you!
Lasad.
How odd that we should meet each other like this. What brings you here?
Well, that's a little... I said nothing. I didn't want to tell him.
I don't know what happened, but you look troubled. It shows on your face. You don't hide your emotions.
I'm looking for a place to sleep and can't find one.
Very funny. As if there are places to sleep in the Sanctuary District.
I thought there were.
No. Well, there are sleeping complexes for laborers, but I couldn't send you to such filthy accommodations. If you need a place to sleep, you could come with me.
Oh, sure. Yeah, it'll be my final sleep. With you?
Yes. There are always empty rooms in the Hound's building. I will ask for a room from Saxon.
I don't really want his help, though.
Oh, I remember. Then you may use a bed in the medical room. Either way, I can't let a woman wander around alone at night. Please come with me.
The Hound's headquarters seemed like the most dangerous place to me. Besides, he was ultimately the reason I was homeless, too. Could we not have found our way to Libra Elitis and tried for an inn there? I feel like that would have been smarter.
I would like to talk to you more. About the Heights and... about Adage. Would you like to talk about my son?
What? Why would Lasad suggest that? I was afraid. It felt almost like he had seen straight through me. You will talk to me about him.
Yes, of course. But not here. In the building. It isn't a story that we can finish out here.
I'm reluctant to go along with this, but... All right, lead the way.
Thank you. Let's go.
We're so dead.
I looked at Glissade as we walked. He is about as tall as Adage, and he smells of flowers. His hairstyle and his clothes were different, of course, but their faces looked somewhat alike. I could definitely see the son and the father. If they're so closely similar, why is he rejecting Adage? And if he's rejecting him, why did he suggest this? I don't understand, but I'll find out. We walked towards the Hound's headquarters together. Adage, save your lady! She's gonna get dissected and have all her blood pumped into some Frankenstein creature. Probably.
What the hell am I doing? I had mixed the wrong compound for the girl's intravenous drip and almost killed her.
Oh my god, dude, you are a broken man.
I administered another medicine to save her, but who knows whether she'll survive after being so weakened. Under normal circumstances, it was very rare for me to make errors like that. I'm hopeless, aren't I? If she'd seen this, she would have been angry at me. Perhaps she would have slapped me. I guess I really do want you back. Turning over in bed, I sighed. This is ridiculous. I threw her out myself. She isn't going to come back. Nevertheless, I found myself listening in the night for signs of her return. I hoped she would. And if she comes back, I'll just be frustrated with her again. It's stupid. Someone just knocked on the door. I got up immediately. Ouch!
You goober. Just tell her you love her. Make an honest woman out of her and properly marry her and things and have a beautiful family together. Meh. I wonder if Finn is going to come and be like, yo, I've been working for your dad. He's got messed up stuff going on with young girls. I just saw him take Cyrus in. He's gonna kill her. I need your help.
I'd fallen out of bed in my haste. I'm an idiot. Continuing to berate myself, I opened the door. Is she back? I didn't imagine that, did I?
Of course, Finn could just be here to kill him. It's a possibility.
My heart was pounding. The more conscious of it I became, the faster it grew. I expected you back earlier. Where the hell have you been?
Oh, Enos. Okay. Thank goodness. I'm okay with you. At least I know where you stand most of the time.
What are you talking about? It wasn't Cyrus. He was a tall, broad, blunt, and coarse man. What do you want? I'd like an answer to my question first. Who did you expect back? Doesn't matter. I'll close the door if there's nothing you want. Hey, wait! I need to speak to you. He put his foot into the door to keep me from closing it. I stopped resisting and let go of the knob. I came by on my patrol. Is it true that you're still not seeing patients? I'm not. How long is this going to go on for? This guy is pissing me off. Who knows? Maybe forever. I'm tired of being a doctor. Tired of it? So you're stopping? That's incredibly selfish. It's my business. I can do with it what I want. No, you can't. You can't threaten me into working again. You save lives. Don't desert from your mission. I'm a stubborn man. I can't be argued into working either. Is that all? Then I want to... No, there's more. I need to talk about Cyrus. What now? She was walking around inside the Hound's building with Glissade earlier. She's your assistant, right? Why is she there? Walking around with my father? Answer me. I don't know. I don't care. Really? Really? I fired her and kicked her out. She's not my assistant anymore. Seems I misjudged you. I took you for a better man than that. Maybe you did, but this is what I am. Is that it? Then get lost. All right. Wallow in your perceived misfortune all you want, but time doesn't stop for anyone. Think about what you need to do. And what do you know about this, you pretentious idiot? I was angry at Enos' parting words and thought about what he'd said. Cyrus is with my father in the Hound's building. Why? It makes no sense to me. It doesn't matter. I'm never going to see her again anyway. I tried to convince myself that this was the truth, but my heart began to beat faster, and a painful weight pressed down on it. It really is a weird state of affairs. A doctor only takes blood samples to evaluate someone's health. The Hounds don't care if the criminals are healthy. He has no reason to evaluate her. My father, Glissade, has to have something in mind. Shit! I'm such an idiot!
Yeah, you are. Man, boy moves fast.
I bolted out of the house and raced towards the Sanctuary District. Once there, I headed for a side street. I could reach the Hound's building faster if I ran through the back alleys. I'd never exercised much, so running quickly wore me out. Isn't there anything I can do? My muscles were screaming and my body was twitching. I steadied myself against a wall. I doubled over, breathing heavily. 1, 2, 3, 4. I had to force my irregular gasps into a steady rhythm. Footsteps. There's someone here. The back alleys were dangerous. Everyone in the Sanctuary District knew that. As long as I don't talk to them, I should be fine.
Unfortunately for you, I don't think this guy would ever mistake you for anybody else.
I looked down and away from whoever was nearby and waited.
Run, sir.
They were coming closer and closer. Heavy boots, metal on metal. He must be a Hound's man. I was utterly helpless against them. All I could do was hope he would disappear. He stopped right in front of me. You never get what you want, huh? I raised my head, trying to get a good look at him. Oh! The man punched me hard in the stomach. My back was thrown against the wall. Pain raced through me like electric shocks. Why? I went down beside the wall and looked up at him.
Yeah, of all the Hounds.
His face was expressionless, but his eyes were filled with rage. If looks could kill, I would have turned into a blazing inferno. I don't know this man. I've never seen him before. I was hardly a saint, so I'd probably done something to earn his offense. Still, I didn't know him. I was sure of that. I had no idea why he had punched me. Who are you? Why are you doing this?
Stand up.
The man drew his sword and leveled it at me. The point almost touched my throat.
Do what I say before I hurt you.
Okay.
Don't turn around. Walk.
Okay. I will. The man followed behind me with his sword pointed at me. I was sure he was going to cut me down if I tried to make a break for it. I don't know what he wants, but I have to obey. This is so bad. I'm needed elsewhere. I couldn't afford to lose time, but I had little choice. The darkness of the town around me echoed the darkness that I could see in my future.
That cliffhanger, though.